Greetings, greetings, it's Day, aka Daydream Alston, aka Oyabunmi. Hello, how are you today? Welcome to another episode of Messages from Ori, where today I'll channel messages about how we can level up spiritually. Ashe. Before we get started, if you're interested in a personal tarot reading, if you want to learn how to read tarot intuitively, if you're looking for a Head-Orisa or Ifa reading, Ifa-Orisa related online trainings, ebooks, some other stuff, check out my website, daydreamalston.com. So today, I'm going to be using the Tazama African Tarot and the Mystical Shaman Oracle to just dig into how we can level up spiritually. Okay, so let's look at the tarot and see what comes up about how we can level up spiritually. How can we level up spiritually? I'm hearing don't allow that shadow self to keep you stuck in your life. Like there's many levels available to us spiritually, and some of us get stuck because of that heaviness that we've picked up throughout life, okay? For some of you, the root chakra is going to be very, very important. You need to really feel grounded here on the earth. For some of you, the heart chakra is super important as well. There's a need to tune into the heart chakra in order to elevate, in order to level up spiritually. Okay, so let's look. We have the Tower, the Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of us, the way that we level up spiritually is to let all that doesn't serve us fall away with the Tower card here, and to do that with love. Sometimes when we take a critical look at ourselves, we can be very judgmental and start to beat ourselves up. The divine doesn't want that. They want you to detach as much as possible from the emotion of it and just look at yourself, look at what needs to be dealt with, and then move on from there, right? So there's a need to let things fall away that don't serve us in order to level up spiritually. For some of you, there's going to be a moment of enlightenment or some type of information that comes to you, and it might kind of bring your reality kind of crashing down around you. And it'll be painful, but this brings your level up. And what's interesting about that is, although it may be painful, the divine follows up with this energy of the Ace of Cups and brings like peace to you, right? So it's kind of like everything comes crashing down, falling down around you, but the divine is right there to catch you when you fall. For some of you, I see the need to be brutally honest with yourself about the ways that your own behaviors, actions, thought patterns, emotional patterns are holding you back. The divine is saying sometimes you look to the heavens and point at the heavens and say, oh, it's your fault. It's the fault of everyone around me. It's life. It's the way things have played out. And you're not taking the personal responsibility that you need to. For some of you, your spiritual level up literally comes from taking responsibility for your life, for the way things have turned out for you. So for those of you who are into Ifa-Orisa practice and know about the Odu, I just finished writing a post for Patreon about Iwari Meiji, and it talks about the importance of looking at one's life and behaviors critically, like really taking a deep look at oneself and seeing what one needs to do in order to proceed in a way that's healthy, right? Proceed in a way that's going to bring ire or good fortune. And in one of the verses, it says that even if you get initiated that doesn't mean you should enter a river, but you don't know how to swim, right? So it says you can be initiated, but you still need to have good sense, wisdom, So there's something about, in order to level up spiritually, just taking responsibility for yourself, seeing things clearly, and really moving from a place of wisdom and intelligence. Don't gloss over things. Be careful of, blindfolding yourself, shielding yourself from things because it's too painful to look at, right? Really look at yourself, look at what's going on, do so with compassion so that you may address it. In order to level up, I see that some of you are going to graduate spiritually through a particular connection, through a love connection, through partnership, through a relationship. There's someone that may come into your life and offer you a love that you've only dreamt about, right? You really won't be able to fathom that you've lived without this love for so long, but there's something about it that's so gentle, so peaceful and nurturing that it helps you to move to another level spiritually. For some of you, your spiritual level up comes through working on your passions, like really focusing on that divine purpose, that thing that you came here to do. That for some of you, that could be raising good children, right? Raising good, productive children. For some of you, that's teaching. For some of you, that's coaching others. For some of you, that's teaching people how to transform their lives. For some of you, that's counseling and coaching. For some of you, it's working with finances, working with money, interestingly enough. But whatever it is, following your purpose and your passion really helps you to level up spiritually. For some of you, and you know who you are, you have to clean house. Like it's kind of like a spring cleaning for your life. You have to literally like dismantle everything that you know so that you can build a new solid foundation. Some of you will level up spiritually when you go back to a more youthful, hopeful perspective of life. They want you to remember the exploratory, practices of your youth. Remember when you're young, you try different things, you explore. There's something about that lending itself to your spiritual level up. For some of you, you're too defensive, and your defenses are blocking your spiritual growth. So there's a need to kind of drop your guard, to lead more from your heart center, your heart space, right? To lead from a place of compassion and love. Now there's another group of you who needs to erect better boundaries, and in you erecting boundaries, that helps you level up spiritually. It's like you literally graduate in the heavenly realms by saying no, by being empowered, by being confident and courageous enough to say enough is enough. For some of you, your spiritual level up is going to come through a young person, a child, some type of youthful energy. I feel like you learned something from watching them, watching how they deal with life, that helps you to level up. For some of you working with your ancestors, I see a couple. This could be grandparents, great-great-grandparents, grandparents. There was a couple that are elevated ancestors now, and you working with them either purposely, right, and consciously, or them coming to you without you knowing is supporting your level up. So if you know any of your grandparents or great-grandparents' names, make sure to call them on a regular basis and just maybe offer them, I'm seeing a chalice here, so it could be a cup of water, some wine, liquor. What else about leveling up spiritually do we need to know? with the Strength card here. Don't let life beat you up. Some of you, and I'm with you on this. Some of you have just been beaten up by life. Like, shit has been tough. It hasn't been fair. Since you've been young, there's been like these different experiences that have really bogged you down and just have been horrible, right? And because of that, you've kind of taken on this energy of, oh, these bad things happened to me, and you may have lost hope. In order to level up spiritually, you're being encouraged to be hopeful, to really work on gathering your strength. That's going to take a lot of self-love. A lot of you focusing on yourself, being selfish at this time, and really caring for yourself. Yeah, there's a need for some of you, your level up, your spiritual level up is coming from taking really good care of yourself and rebuilding your fortitude. Because I see that your fortitude, your sense of perseverance has kind of failed. And now it's your job to really focus on building that back up. I'm here to tell you that you can do this. I want you to know that you did not come here to give up and to die. You came here to live and to thrive, okay? So always remember that. Let's get one more card from this deck. With the King of Pentacles here, some of you are going to find your spiritual level up coming from this great sense of grounding. I see the Pentacle cards, especially like the Court cards, the higher Court cards, the King and the Queens, the King and the Queen of Pentacles, really pointing to the need to be grounded here on the earth, to feel safe and secure and confident in your ability to create what it is that you want. I see the King of Pentacles as King Midas. Like, this person has the golden touch. Anything they touch turns to gold. Your spiritual level up comes from your practicing your manifestations, but having a great confidence and courage in your ability to manifest, right? Like, so for those of you who, maybe you were manifesting and, some messed up stuff happens and you're having a hard time manifesting now. Again, start to build yourself back up, build your perseverance back up, because your spiritual level up comes from you getting that energy flowing again and manifesting. For some of you, your spiritual level up is coming from someone wise and mature. This could be an elder, a spiritual elder, someone who has high spiritual rank in the heavenly realms, the unseen realms. This could be an unseen, ancestor, cosmic ancestor, an astral mate that's helping you level up as well. Ashe. Okay, let's look at the mystical shaman oracle and see what it has to tell us about how we can level up spiritually. Very good. So we got the rainbow, and it's saying that the rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifests as the colors of the 7 chakras. So remember, I started out talking about the importance of the chakras. So for those of you who are not familiar with the chakras, it's good to do some study, some research, and start working from the root chakra and work all the way up to the crown chakra in terms of what practices you can do to strengthen that particular chakra, what foods you can eat, what crystals you can use, mantras or affirmations you can say would be really helpful. The book says, when the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in right relationship with spirit. So for some of you who have been feeling like, oh my goodness, I know I'm not in alignment, you're being encouraged and reminded that you are actually in alignment. For those of you who have been going through a storm in life or very heavy period, just remembering that even in the darkest days that the sun will shine again. In order to level up spiritually, you're being told not to avoid giving up hope. You need to be hopeful and believe that things are going to take a positive turn. It's also important that you continue to be careful and tread lightly and focus on your growth, right? And building your fortitude. So don't let your guard down fully, but just know that better days, brighter days are on the horizon. We're being encouraged that in order to level up spiritually, we have to stop thinking that our reward will come after we leave the earth. Like, we need to cultivate and create our heaven right here on the planet. Find your treasure in the present moment. Like, find ways to treasure your life in this moment. We're also being reminded to really focus on being in right and healthy relationship with others in order to level up spiritually. Some of us have very toxic exchanges and relationships with people. You have to check yourself and see how you're contributing to those types of dynamics, okay? And that's it for today. I thank you so very much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.